Hello guys, welcome back. Today this is my first actual video on Bee Swarm Simulator. Well, besides the one that I recorded a long time ago of me getting Vicious Bee, but that was like a really long time ago. Anyways, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to macro and set up NATRO macro. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go to AutoHotKey.com or get to this page through the link in the description. Once you're at this page, you're going to want to click download, and then you're going to click download version 2.0. The reason we need this is because this is the software that runs the macro, so this isn't the actual macro, it's just what runs it. Alright, let's get on to the next step. Alright, so the next step is you're going to want to go to the NATRO macro Discord server through the link in the description, and you're going to want to click through anything that it says if it has anything, and then you're going to want to go to where it says NATRO, then click NATRO macro. Then it should say new NATRO macro release. It was released on February 3rd. And you're gonna go to where it says direct download and click here to download. Alright, so the next thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna go to your files after you've downloaded it. Do that. And I'll put a picture up on screen right here showing what you have to do. Alright, once you open that, it should pop up with this NATRO macro. And so now I'll just go over some settings. Okay, so the settings that I'm going to be going over are the settings that I personally use to macro. You can use different settings, but these settings work and help a lot. Anyways, what I do is for my gathering field, I do pine tree because that's for blue hives. You can do any field for quests as well. For pattern shape, in this field, I do ELOL. And if you don't know, ELOL moves in a pattern like this, and goes back. That's how ELOL moves. I have it to rotate camera left twice. What this does is, once you glide into the field, like this, you're gonna rotate once, facing that way, then rotate again, and so I'll be facing this way. I also have the length as medium, and then the width as 3. My until tab is 15 minutes. And for my pack percent, I have it as 95%. You can put it as 100, but for me, sometimes it glitches, so I just keep it at 95. Here, this next setting is a pretty big one. To hive by, I do to hive by walk because I'm not as an advanced player yet. But when you macro and you make a lot of your honey through instant conversion, it could be faster to do to hive by reset, but I do to hive by walk. Alright, so for the sprinkler location, this is personal preference. What I do is I do upper. Usually I use upper and center, because what center does is it places it in the center. So it places it right here, then farms like this. But with upper, it places it right here. It kind of farms in this area, this is the area that I like to farm in, not so much over here. But yeah, that's what I do for the gathering tab. So now let's go to the collect/kill tab. So what I do is I have clock on because it's free tickets. I don't have anything else on because it's not really needed. For the dispensers, just because I need these, I have them on, but you really don't need blueberry and strawberry. I would turn glue on because it's kind of important if you're like macroing for like, I don't know, 2 days straight. Then you want your free glue still. You can do stuff with the blender if you want to craft stuff. I don't though. For the kill tab, I have the bug run on, and I have minus 15 because I have Vicious Bee, gifted Vicious Bee, which gives me minus 15% respawn time. You can click here and it'll tell you. For this, you can do any of them that you want, but I'd recommend always having Spider and Werewolf on, especially Werewolf, because you can get some pretty good rewards from him. And yeah, you can do these bosses as well, King Beetle and stuff, and Tunnel Bear, but I just kill those manually because I don't macro like that many days straight. Let's go to the next tab. Alright, boost. This is a pretty important tab. I don't use it that much, but you can use it and get a lot of honey from it. It's just I don't have that many materials to be able to use it correctly. So basically, for field boost, I have blue on because I macro in pine tree. So let's say if you're macroing in rose field, then you can have the red field booster on so that you have a chance to get the rose field. And so I have blue field booster on, so I have a chance to get pine tree, which will make me get more honey. So for hotbar slots, I don't use it because I don't have many blue extracts. If you have way more blue extracts, like hundreds, then you can have whatever slot it is and say I put it in my second slot. You can do gathering. You can do every 15 minutes or 10 minutes, however long it takes for it to go out, and you can put it in your second slot, and then it'll use it every 15 minutes. But I don't do that because I don't have enough resources for that. Alright, here's the next tab, quests. So basically you can just macro quest if you want, like Buckle Bee, Riley Bee, if you're grinding for the Type Hopper or Dark Scythe. Polar Bear is a really good thing to get polar power from, but right now I'm just trying to get honey, but I would recommend turning Polar Bear on. Planters, all I did was take the blue settings. You can just go, because they have custom presets, you can go, if you're a white hive, you can change it to white. For red hive, you can change it to red, and blue hive, you can do that. Or you can make your own custom settings. What I do is I do blue, and then I just change comforting up. So yeah, that's all I do. The next tabs aren't really important except settings. I'll get to that in a second. But status is just tells you about your stuff and what you've done. Misc, I don't really use this. I mean, auto clicker, you can use that if you're trying to kill Slump Snail. Credits, it's just the credits. And also thank you to these people who've created this macro because it's very useful. Alright, here's probably one of the most important tabs in the whole entire thing. What you're going to want to do is, however many bees your hive has, you're going to want to put it, if you have 25 bees, put it as 25. If you have 30 bees, put it as 30. But that's really important. And what's also important is your hive slot. So let me go over to my hive real quick. Okay, so this is my hive. It counts from the red cannon. So this would be slot 1, this would be slot 2, this would be slot 3, this would be slot 4, and so on. So it tells you right here as well. So I'd be in slot 2, so I just change it to slot 2. Then it'll know where to convert at. Private server link, if you have a private server, then you can put the link in right here. Fallback to public server does matter if you don't have a private server, but I just have this on. This is really important. This is probably one of the most important things. Your move speed, and you have to do it without haste. You see how I have haste? You're gonna wanna get rid of that haste. So I have to wait 8 seconds for it to go away. So you're gonna wanna go to the system tab. You're gonna want to scroll down to where you get to move speed, and move speed right here. I need to wait 15 seconds for my haste to run out. Okay, so my haste is out, and my move speed without haste is 37.2. So you're gonna see it. If make sure you don't have no haste, no bear morph, and mine's 37.2. So you're just gonna type it in right here, and then make sure move speed correction's on. So once you get a haste token, it corrects it and doesn't move like as if you didn't have any haste. Move method, I do cannon because it's way better. If I'm going to Pine Tree, it'd have to walk all the way through here and go up there. But with the cannon, it just launches and then glides over there. Sprinkler type, since I have the Supreme Saturator, I have Supreme on, and convert balloon every 30 minutes. Oh, also one thing I forgot to mention in the gather tab, make sure you have drift comp on. If you do not have drift comp on with this ELO pattern, you're gonna drift out of the field. Try to get Supreme Saturator if you're gonna do this pattern. If you don't have Supreme Saturator, I'd do Corner X Snake so you don't go out of the field. But when you have Supreme Saturator, this is probably one of the best patterns that you can do. Alright, that's all I have today for this video. If you did like it, please hit the subscribe button and like this video. I'll see y'all later. Bye!